Hi, I'm here to talk about Oaken from Frozen and Han from K-pop Demon Hunters. And I feel like discussing both of them because I feel like they remind me of each other. I've seen Frozen several times, so even though Oaken doesn't have that much screen time in Frozen, I've certainly gotten lots of chances to see him. And I have been watching K-pop Demon Hunters a lot, so I've gotten to see a lot of Han. And I feel like the big thing that really makes me think about them is that they're both entertaining characters that have one big scene. Uh, Oaken has his big scene where Anna and Kristoff meet each other, and K-pop Demon Hunters has the scene where the protagonists go to Han for help about Rumi's voice. And in both instances, the character is very entertaining, has some memorable, fun moments, entertaining personality, and is able to have a memorable impact despite not being in the film for very long. So I think that they both serve their role very well. I feel like they're not pointless or anything. I feel like Oaken gives Kristoff and Anna a chance to meet each other, a place for them to have their first interaction. And I think that Han helps provide Rumi an excuse for why her voice is getting better, even though it's because of her interacting with Genu, but Rumi is trying to avoid telling Mira about that. So I feel like they're both plot relevant to a certain degree. And I think that is very cool because they do feel like comedy relief characters for a quick scene, but I also think that there is a purpose to them. So I think an interesting thing to think about is which of them I prefer. I do prefer Han as a character. I do think that Oaken is nicer. Han seems pretty morally ambiguous. Seems like he does a lot of tricks. Seems like the a type of character that throws out a lot of lies, and it seemed like he didn't give the girls much of a tonic, so it seemed like he's a questionable character. But I do think he's actually pretty interesting with how he's able to read a lot into Rumi and Zoe so soon, and it seems like he's somewhat intelligent and could possibly have good intentions, even though he also seems to be a lying sneaky character. So I do think there is a lot of nuance and a lot to think about with the character. Not as much with Oaken, where I just think he's a nice, fun guy to watch. But I definitely like both characters. I definitely think they're able to provide a lot to the film. And Oaken did return in Frozen 2, but I think he's basically a background character in the film. I don't know if Han would return for a sequel or not. I certainly want him to be. But he just has one big scene in the film. I think he has a very tiny cameo later on, but in terms of stuff where he's actually being really proactive and stuff, just one big scene. But I do like what both characters bring to the film that they are in.